Entramos por acá, ábrele. Hazle 30 ahí. Hazle 30 ahí. Abre las dos hojas.
Very good. When God wishes to shower grace on anyone, when He wishes to liberate anyone, He manifests His power within a human being who from outside look like the other human beings, but from his within he is different because he has the power of God manifested within him.
बंदा बन के आया रवे बंदा बन के आया बंदा बन के आया रवे बंदा बन के आया आके जाग जगाया रवे बंदा बन के आया
After becoming a man, God came. After coming, He awakened the world.
बंदा बन के आया रवे बंदा बन के आया जन्म जन्म दी रुआसियत की जन्म जन्म दी रुआसियत की लाके लाके को आरे सिबत की लाके लाके को आरे सिबत की आपे मेल कराया रवे बंदा बन के आया बंदा
For many births the souls were stuck here. For millions of miles the souls wandered astray. He Himself made this union.
बंदा बन के आया रवे बंदा बन के आया लाके लाके पापी आए दवारे लाके लाके पापी आए दवारे एक नजर से आने तारे एक नजर से आने तारे बेरा पार लंगाया रवे बंदा बन के आया बंदा बन के
Millions of sinners have come to His door. With one glance He liberated them. He took their raft across.
बंदा बन के आया रवे बंदा बन के आया दया मेहर जीना ने पाई दया मेहर जीना ने पाई आन मिले ना देर लगाई आन मिले ना देर लगाई बेरे ओना ने पाया रवे बंदा बन के आया बंदा बन के आया रवे बंदा
Those who received His grace and mercy came and met Him with no delay. They got His secret.
बन के आया रवे बंदा बन के आया सत्संग में हो कालाया सत्संग में ओ कालाया बंदे तू क्यों जाग में आया बंदे तू क्यों जाग में आया प्रेम दारा बताया रब बंदा बन के आया बंदा बन के आया रब बंदा बन के आया
In satsang He made this proclamation. O man, why did you come into this world? And He showed the path of love.
अजायब काहे करो नाम कमाई अजायब काहे करो नाम कमाई कृपाल होवे आपे प्रभु आई कृपाल होवे आपे प्रभु आई साचा सुख बरताया रवे बंदा बन के आया बंदा बन के
Ajaib says, meditate on Nam. God Himself will come and be gracious. distributes the true happiness. After becoming a man, God came.
Children's satsang is very good, it is very loving.
El satsang de los niños es muy bueno y es muy amoroso.
Within the children are the innocent souls.
Dentro de los niños están las almas inocentes.
I am very grateful to all the dear ones, those who have organized and arranged for this children's satsang.
Estoy muy agradecido con todos los amados quienes han ayudado a organizar este satsang de los niños.
I am also thankful to the parents for cooperating with them.
Y también estoy agradecido con los padres por su cooperación con estas personas.
ਸੰਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਕੋਈ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਚੇਲੇ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਜਾਂ ਬੜਾ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਕੋਈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਰਮੀ ਖੜੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੁੰਦੀਗੀ। ਪੂਰੇ ਮਹਾਤਮਾ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਗੈਂਡਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇਗੇ ਭਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਪਾਸ ਆਓ। ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਿੱਖ ਦਾ ਮਾਮਲਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਚੇਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਖੁਦ ਹੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਭਾਲਦਾ ਹੈ, ਦੂਰ ਜਾਂ ਨੇੜੇ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ। ਜਦ ਕਿਸੇ ਆਤਮਾ ਦਾ ਵਕਤ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਨਾਮਦਾਨ ਦਾ, ਚਾਹੇ ਉਸ ਵਕਤ ਗੁਰੂ ਖੁਦ ਆਵੇ ਜਾਂ ਉਸ ਆਤਮਾ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਦੇ ਪਾਸ ਬੁਲਾਵੇ।
The work of the perfect master is not to have a large following. They do not want to have an army of the disciples.
El trabajo de un maestro perfecto no es tener una cantidad enorme de seguidores. Él no está tratando de formar un ejército.
The perfect master doesn't have the desire that he should have a very large number of the disciples.
El deseo de un maestro perfecto no es tener una cantidad enorme de discípulos.
That is why the perfect masters never do any kind of propaganda or the advertisement to attract the people.
Es por eso que los maestros perfectos no realizan ninguna especie de propaganda ni hacen nada para atraer a las personas.
Because it is the matter between the disciple and the master.
Porque este es un asunto entre el maestro y el discípulo.
The master himself searches for and finds the disciple when the disciple is ready.
El maestro mismo va y busca al discípulo cuando el discípulo está listo.
The distance does not make any difference. When the disciple is ready, either the master himself goes to that place where the disciple is, or he makes the arrangements for the disciple to come close to the master.
La distancia no importa, no tiene ninguna importancia en este caso, porque cuando el discípulo está listo, o el maestro va donde está el discípulo, o él hace los arreglos para que el discípulo vaya donde está el maestro.
सतगुरु प्यारे मेरी जिंदगी सवारे दे, प्यार मारे मारे तेरे दार से पुकारे दे। गुरु जी मेरा राही राही होना, तेरे हाथों दुनिया से मेरा कोई और ना। सारे गुरु प्यारे मेरी जिंदगी सवारे दे, तार मारे मारे तेरे दार से पुकारे दे। जय नाम जय नाया मेरे गुरु तेरा ही नाम, प्यारे मेरी जिंदगी सवारे दे, प्यारे मेरी जिंदगी सवारे दे, जिंदगी सवारे।
And so in the area in front of his house, mats were rolled out and a chair was placed and people started coming in and sitting down. So everybody came. You know, I mean, the entire ashram, I don't think there was anybody left who didn't come for this sort of exclusive extra darshan. There were just hundreds of people sitting there. And when Sanchi came down and sat in his chair, he looked around and he laughed and he said to Papu, "Everybody's here." And it was exceptionally sweet. So we've all seen enormous kind of changes which essentially had to happen given the growth of the numbers of people that he's taking under his wing. And it's just a question of adjusting and adapting, and if we can be flexible, what was pouring out in Mexico was really fabulous, and the people really were getting it. That there's no doubt about it. The story that I heard, and I did not hear this directly from the mother, I heard it from someone to whom the mother told the story, was that when she was in the hospital right before her son died, she was whispering the charged words in his ear, and she said, if the master is with you, show me a sign, give me a sign of some kind. He was at that point on life support systems and basically reduced to the state of a vegetable. And when she asked that, she said that a tear trickled down from his right eye. It was, I guess, just a concrete example of the love that pours out of him.
Bendiciones imploramos.
Ya lo es.
ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇਵ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਕਿਰਪਾਲ ਦੇ ਧੰਨਵਾਦੀ हैं ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਇਤਨਾ ਅਨੁਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਦਿਖਾਇਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜੋ ਕੋਲੰਬੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੇਮੀ ਆਏ मैं उन्होंने मिलना नहीं सीगा मिल भी नहीं सकिया तो मिलने तो मैं घट दी नहीं क्योंकि मेरे दिल अंदर सब वास्ते जगह है.
First of all, I am grateful to my beloved Lord Kirpal, who sat within all the dear ones who came from Colombia and the other countries, and who were so much disciplined.
Primero que todo, estoy muy agradecido con mi bien amado Sadhguru Kirpal, quien sentado dentro de todos los amados quienes vinieron de Colombia y de los demás países pudieron permanecer aquí en este programa en la disciplina.
You know that it was not scheduled for me to meet the dear ones coming from the other countries, because it was not possible since there are so many people from this country itself.
Ustedes saben que no estaba dentro del programa que yo recibiera a las personas que venían de afuera de México, puesto que hay tantos amados que viven en este país.
But because of the love of all the dear ones, it was not less than the meeting. He was not going to meet them, but because of their love, whatever is happening is not less than the meeting.
Pero debido al amor que tenían los amados dentro de ellos, lo que tenemos ahora no es menos que ese encuentro que íbamos a tener.
ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਬਿਨ ਬੋਲਿਆਂ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਕਿਸ ਫਕਰ ਨੇ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ ਉਹ ਪੁੱਲ ਤਾਕਤ ਹੈ ਬਿਨਾ ਬੋਲਿਆਂ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਜਾਣਦੀ ਹੈ ਅੱਖ ਅੱਖ ਦੀ ਭਾਸ਼ਾ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਦੀ ਹੈ ਅੱਖ ਹੀ ਅੱਖ ਨੂੰ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ.
Guru Nanak had said that without our asking, he knows everything.
El Guru Nanak Sahib dice que sin nosotros pedirle nada, él ya lo sabe.
To whom can we pray?
¿A quién le podemos orar?
He is the unforgetful power.
Él es aquel poder que no olvida.
He knows the language of our eyes.
Él conoce el idioma de nuestros ojos.
The eyes ask for and the eyes give.
Los ojos piden y los ojos dan.
ਕਿਰਪਾਲ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਦਇਆ ਸੀ ਉਹਦੀ ਦਇਆ ਨੂੰ ਸਦਾ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਭਜਨ ਅਭਿਆਸ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੈ.
All of you should do your bhajan and simran after returning to your homes.
Todos ustedes deben hacer su vayan y su simran cuando lleguen a sus casas.
This was the special grace of Hazur Kirpal, who gave us this time to be together.
Esta fue una gracia muy especial de Hazur Kirpal, esta oportunidad que nos dio de sentarnos juntos aquí.
In order to receive more of His grace, we should do our bhajan and simran every day.
Y para recibir más de su gracia debemos hacer nuestro vayan y simran todos los días.
अकल के अंधे देख जरा तेनु सतगुरु दितियां.
A 10-year-old girl asked the question, "Can you tell us what the star on your hand means?" Sanchi laughing. The story about this is that when I was about the age of this girl, at that time on my body many blisters and sores erupted, and they were so bad that pus was coming out from them, and my clothes used to stick to my body, and it was very painful, and nobody liked it. In those days in India, people didn't believe much in medical treatment, and they used to believe that if you would take a sick person on pilgrimage and bathe in holy waters, their sickness would go. So they took me to all the holy people and to all the holy places, and after that failed, they brought me to Baba Bishan Das. Baba Bishan Das also took me to a sacred place, and he told me, "Nature wants, there to be some signs on your body. Your body should not be stainless. So you will have to get 3 stains or 3 signs on your body, and then you'll be able to get rid of all these sores. So Baba Bishan Das made me get 3 signs, and this, the star, is one of them. The person who was putting those signs on my body was not pleased about it, because I had so many sores that he was afraid that when he used his machine on my body, it would be painful for me. But Baba Bishan Das told him not to worry about that, because I was going to get better after I had the 3 signs. And when I left Baba Bishan Das at that place, 3 or 4 miles away, 1 hour later, my body became as clear as it is now. That is the story about this sign. Baba Bishan Das was my first master, from whom I got initiation into the first 2 words. The sense of Sanchi as a beacon, the sense of Sanchi as our salvation, as a radiant light, really was never stronger.
Dear ones, whenever the Master Power manifests himself within anyone, he brings along with him all the riches. No shortage is left there. Grace, peace, and sympathy reign there. He prays for the welfare of everyone. Every single cell of his body sings the glory of his Master. Those who come in his company also become intoxicated with the Master's love and devote themselves to the Master's remembrance.
Yeah, like right here. The grass is too slippery this way.
इधर से अपन यहाँ से जाया करेंगे यहाँ से यहाँ कार खड़ी वहाँ से पहले जैसा ये काफी चलान अब उन्होंने ये पौड़ियाँ की बना दी
Are you happy? Yes, very, very happy. Probably should go back the same way we came.
ये भी यहाँ आने जाने के लिए सेवा बुजुर्ग लोग नहीं तो सेवा ज़्यादा ऊँचा तो नहीं वाला शाम को देखेंगे ये प्रोग्राम और मैं 6:30 बजे आया।
Do you know that a perfect living master is a living representative of God Almighty on this plane? It is his duty to connect those souls who yearn for God Almighty with Nam, after contacting them physically, no matter in which corner of this earth that soul may be. Either he himself goes where the soul is, or he makes the arrangements for that soul to come to him for Nam initiation.
इधर इधर एक इन्होंने ये गाड़ी का इंतजाम किया जो खराब होने वाली चीज़ें होती हैं ये रेफ्रिजरेटेड वैन है इसमें तुम्हारा करवा आगे उधर वहाँ पे और लोगों को है तो खेले इंचार्ज अच्छा दो छोटे पौधे
Siamo santi.
Dear ones, such a devotee of Master within whom the Master is manifested is a living example of sacrifice and meditation. He is connected with God. In fact, he has become the form of God. When he opens his eyes, he is in this world. When he closes his eyes, he is in Sachkhand. When we go to him, he takes us in his loving embrace by his beautiful smile and loving words, and we build faith and trust in him.
Well, I like the thing which is within you.
During the first tour in Nanaimo at the initiation, there were few people who got the initiation. Out of them, there were some Indian dear ones. They also got very good experiences in the initiation. One of the Indian dear ones told me that, Babaji, today I have seen so many things. He was very happy to see so many things in the meditation. So he told me that, Master, today I have seen so many things. When I will go back to my home, will all these things remain with me? So I told him that, dear one, you cannot reduce whatever you have been given. In fact, it is your duty to increase the amount which you have been given. So this is something which cannot be lost. Whatever you have been given at the time of the initiation, it always remains with you. You have to increase that grace, and there is no way you can leave it or you can reduce it.
काफ़ी वो अच्छा प्रेमी है, जिम्मेवार व्यक्ति है. मैंने हिंदुस्तान भी आम तौर पे मिलता रहता है, इधर भी मिलता है. मैं उन्हें पूछता हूँ क्यों प्यारिया, वो कायम है कि चलेगी? कहने लगे जी जाना कित्थे है, वो दू बड़ी हुई है.
That dear one is a very good devotee. He is a very responsible person. He has been to India many times. He sees me here also on the tours. So many times when I see him, I ask him that, dear one, tell me if that thing which you received has gone away. So he tells me that where can that thing go away? It is always with me.
बल्कि उन्हें हिंदुस्तान के अंदर आपके पिता ਨੂੰ ਨਾਮਦਾਨ ਦਵਾਇਆ. ਉਹਦਾ ਪਿਤਾ ਕਾਫੀ ਅੱਛੀ ਆਤਮਾ ਸੀ, ਕਾਫੀ ਸਮਾਜਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਫਿਰਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ ਇਹ ਸਚਾਈ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਔਰ ਜੋਤ ਦੀ ਤਲਾਸ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. ਲੇਕਿਨ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਨਾ ਹੋਇਆ. ਜਦ ਉਸ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਖਾਸ ਪ੍ਰੇਮੀ ਭੇਜਿਆ ਬਈ ਤੂੰ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਨਾਮਦਾਨ ਦਵਾ. ਕਾਫੀ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ. ਜਦ ਉਸਨੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਦੇਖਿਆ, ਬੈਠਿਆ. ਆਮ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਜਦ ਕੋਈ ਅਖੌਤੀ ਬਾਬਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕਦੇ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਉਦੋਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਵਸਤੂ ਅੱਗੇ ਭੇਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈ। ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਅੰਦਰ, ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਉਹਨੇ 5 ਰੁਪਏ ਕੱਢੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛੀ ਵਸਤੂ ਹੈ, ਬਾਬੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਦੇਵਾਂ। ਉਸ ਦੀ ਬਾਂਹ ਉਸ ਪ੍ਰੇਮੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾਮ ਦਿਵਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਤੋਂ ਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਪਕੜੀ, ਕਹਿਣ ਲੱਗਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੂੰ ਭਜਨ ਬੈਠ। ਤੋਂ ਕਹਿਣ ਦਾ ਭਾਵ ਜਦੋਂ ਉਸ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਦਾ ਅੰਤ ਸਮਾਂ ਆਇਆ, ਕਾਫੀ ਅੱਛਾ ਤਜਰਬਾ, ਉਹਦਾ ਲੜਕਾ ਅੱਛੀ ਪੋਸਟ 'ਤੇ ਹੈ ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਵਿੱਚ, ਉਹ ਜਦ ਆਇਆ ਦੇਖਿਆ, ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਆਪਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਨਾਮ ਦਵਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਇਹ ਵਸਤੂ ਹੈ, ਨਾਮ ਇਹ ਵਸਤੂ ਹੈ, ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਸੰਭਾਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਾਮ ਸੰਭਾਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਉੱਚੀ ਨੌਕਰੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਵੀ ਅੱਜ ਤੱਕ ਉਹਨੇ ਕਦੇ ਸਤਸੰਗ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੱਡਿਆ। ਰਾਜਸਥਾਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਹਾਵਾਰੀ ਸਤਸੰਗ ਸੁਣਦਾ ਹੈ।
He even made his father to get the Naam initiation, even though his father had become very old and all his life he had been searching for God. He had gone to many different communities, societies and religions. He went to so many different paths, but he was not satisfied. So this dear one from Canada, he sent one of his friends or relative to India so that he could take his very elderly father to the ashram to me and get him the initiation. So when he came there, since he was very old, but he was a very good soul, very devoted soul, and when he got the initiation, he got a very good experience. Now you know that in India, whenever people go to see any Baba or any so-called master, whenever they have to first meet him or whenever they bow down at the feet of the master or so-called masters, they always offer some money. So when that old dear one got the initiation and when he got very good experience, at once he took out a 5 rupee bill from his pocket and he wanted to offer that to me as thanks for that great thing which he had been given in his meditation. So the dear one who had gone from Canada to help him get the initiation told him not to do that, and he told him that you should instead do your bhajan and simran. This is the only way you can express your gratitude to the master. When that old dear one's end time came, when he was about to leave the body, he had such a good experience which he told his other family members. He has another son who lives in Chandigarh, who is a very good officer. He has a very good post. So when his other son, he was not an initiate at that time, when he heard about the protection of the master and all the experience that old dear one was having, he became so impressed that he brought all his family to the ashram and he himself got the initiation and he made other members of his family also get the initiation. And even though he enjoys a very good post and he is a very big man in India, but still on every monthly satsang he drives all the way from Chandigarh to Rajasthan to my ashram and he attends the satsang. He has not missed a satsang. He has not missed even one satsang. So he told his family members and he realized and he told his family members that how the master, after giving the initiation, protects the soul of the initiate.
ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸਾਵਣ ਸਿੰਘ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਜਿੰਨਾ ਲੱਗੇ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਤਮਾਚੇ, ਘਰ ਦੇ ਕੰਮੋਂ ਗਈਆਂ, ਲੈਣਾ ਦੇਣਾ ਸਭ ਛੱਡਿਆ, ਖੂਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਈਆਂ ਵਈਆਂ.
Master Sawan Singh Ji used to say that those who have been shot with the bullets of the love, they give up everything. They throw their account books into the well. They become useless for the world because they always remain in the love of their master.
तो स्वामी जी महाराज कहते हिरदे का थाल है, सुर दी बाती है, मैं शब्द की जोत नित्य जगानी है, नित्य उस दे दर्शन करती हैं.
So Swami Ji Maharaj says that my heart has become the plate, my attention has become the wick, and I always burn the light of the Shabad, and every day I burn this light, or every day I meet with my Lord.
हिरदा थाल सत्संग की तेरी भोजन राली में सत्संग की देखी भोजन राली में सत्संग की सत्संग ही सब संगत चारे तुझसे हो सत्संग ही चारे सत्संग ही सब संगत चारे डूबते को सत्संग ही चारे सहज खुशहाली में संग संग की तेरी बहुत निराली महिमा सत्संग की तेरी बहुत निराली महिमा सत्संग की सत्संग भूषण चिर पाई हरने के जो नेक कमाई सत्संग भूषण चिर पाई करते हैं जो नेक कमाई कर्म निराली महिमा सत्संग की तेरी बहुत निराली महिमा सत्संग की तेरी बहुत निराली महिमा सत्संग की सत्संग में सब मिलकर आओ जीवन अपना सब लगनाओ सत्संग में सब मिलकर आओ जीवन अपना सब लगनाओ आंग बीते नहीं ताली महिमा सत्संग की तेरी बहुत निराली महिमा सत्संग की तेरी बहुत निराली महिमा सत्संग की
बहुत अच्छा
Very good.
हाँ जी हम ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਰਸਲ ਪਰਕਿੰਸ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਸੁਣਾਏਗਾ
Okay, now Russell Perkins will tell you a story.
This is the story that Sanchi calls the story of the washerman's daughter. Right? Yesterday we talked about Ravidas and his disciple, the Princess Mirabai. That Ravidas had another royal disciple whose name was King Pipa. And King Pipa was a seeker after God. And he wanted to know who was the living master. And somebody told him that Ravidas was a very great master, but he was a cobbler, a shoemaker. And the king thought that that was a very difficult thing for a king to go to a shoemaker for spiritual instruction. So he waited till one day when nobody was around, and he went secretly to Ravidas's hut. And he got there and asked him to show him God. So Ravidas said, well, if you want to see God, you should drink this. And he gave him a bottle of something which King Pipa assumed was the juice from the leather that he was working with, which nauseated him and made him very disgusted because he didn't want to drink that. In fact, it was a very special kind of prasad called the ambrosial elixir of Sachkhand, which would have taken him to God in a second. But the king pretended to drink it. Instead of actually drinking it, he poured it into the big sleeve of his shirt. He had big, wide, puffy sleeves, and he poured it into the sleeve of the shirt, and it got soaked. The shirt got soaked in it, but he didn't drink any. So he said, well, I have made a great mistake coming here. So he paid his respects to Ravidas and left. And as soon as he got home, he called his washerman and gave him the shirt and told him to clean it. And the washerman took it home. Now, the way in which shirts were cleaned in those days in India was by people sucking the bad stuff out of them. So he gave it to his daughter and told her to clean the shirt by sucking it. So she began to suck it, and while she spat most of it out, which was the way it was done, she couldn't help swallowing a little bit of it. And as soon as she swallowed it, she instantly went within, saw Ravidas inside, and began to be very high spiritually. And she went into very deep meditation and didn't come out for a while. And people noticed it and began to come to her and want her advice and to get her darshan and so forth, and began treating her like a master. And King Pipa heard that this person in his own palace was doing this, and so he also went, and he said, I didn't come to you, to the washerman's daughter, he said, I didn't come to you as a king, I come as a seeker, because I would like to know what your secret is. And she said, well, king, whatever secret it was in your shirt. And when the king heard that, he realized what a mistake he had made. So he thanked her, he went back to Ravidas, And he told him he was very sorry, and he asked him if he could have another chance. And Ravidas said, well, that was only one time that you were given that particular gift, but I'll give you initiation, and you can work hard, and you may also reach God someday that way. And King Pipa did that. He took initiation, he worked hard, and he eventually became a master himself. And his songs are included in the Guru Granth Sahib also.
हाँ भाई, बच्चों का प्रोग्राम बहुत अच्छा है। सानू बड़ी खुशी है जब दे बच्चे दा सत्संग शुरू होया है, अब तक बच्चों दे अंदर नामदान की बड़ी ख्वाहिश जागी है। हालांकि उम्र छोटी है, फिर भी जब मिलते हैं चाहते हैं कि सानू धुन मिले, पूरा नाम मिले। ये सारा सोबत का ही असर है। जब दे माता पिता ने, ग्रुप लीडर ने बच्चों का सत्संग अजायब ते लेके शुरू किया है, उनकी काफ़ी परमात्मा की तरफ बच्चों का ख्याल होया।
This program of the children is very good. Ever since we have started having this children's darshan or the children's satsang, the desire to receive the initiation or the sound has been created within the children, and whenever they meet me, they always ask for the sound or for the full initiation, even though they are very young, maybe too young to get the initiation. But since they have been attending the satsangs, they have this desire and they want to get initiated and they want to meditate along with their parents. So this is only because of the good company they have been keeping. And I'm very grateful to the group leaders and the parents and all those who are working very hard in doing the children's satsangs. I'm very grateful to all of them, and it is very good that the children have the desire. This is the result of the company they are keeping.
Maharaj Singh कहते होंगे सी, खास आत्मा नूं सत्संगियां दे घर विच जन्म दिता जांदा है ताकि वो बड़े होके प्रभु नूं मिल सकन, गुरु तो नामदान प्राप्त कर सकन।
Master Singh ji used to say that very special souls are given birth into the satsangi families so that when they grow up, they may get the initiation and they may do the devotion of God Almighty and meet Him.
So, रोज दी तरह शांत मन नाल आके आराम नाल आपो अपनी जगह सत्संग दे विच बैठना है।
So like every day after receiving the prasad, you should come to the satsang hall, and at your place you should sit down quietly.
Bye, 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 bye. अच्छा है।
आके जाओ सिख सच्चे गुरुदेव प्यार विच, आके जाओ सिख सच्चे गुरुदेव प्यार विच। आटो पर सिमरना करी जावी दिल विच, जोड़ लावी सुरती नूं अमृत धार विच। आटो पर सिमरना करी जावी दिल विच, जोड़ लावी पक जाओ सिखा सच्चे गुरुदेव प्यार विच।
कड़ी ने उधर कर दिया, कड़ी भी उधर कर थोड़ा सब संतां ने जब अंदर गए सच्चाई नूं देखिया। सच्चाई ये सी गुरु और परमात्मा एक ही रूप सी, तो नमस्कार कर उठे। ये भी बेनती की कि सानू डोलन तो रखी, तू आपदा हाथ सदा ही साडे सिर उत्ते रखी। अगर तेरा हाथ प्यार भरिया सिर ते नहीं होएगा, असी किसी वेले भी डोल सकते हैं। तो गुरु नानक कहते हैं डंडाओत बंदना अनकवार सर्व कला समरथ, डोलन ते राखे प्रभु नानक देकर हाथ।
All the saints, when they went within, they saw the reality. What was the reality? The reality was that the Master and God Almighty are one and the same thing. So when they went within and saw the reality, they bowed down at their Master and they prayed to him that, O Lord, O beloved Master, keep your merciful, keep your gracious hand on our head and save us from wavering in this world. Only when we have the gracious hand of the Master on our head, we can survive, we can save ourselves from wavering. Otherwise the mind is there and he will always find the possibilities, he will always make us waver. Guru Nanak Sahib also says that I bow down at the feet of my beloved Master. He is the one who is full of all the qualities and he is the only one who can save me from wavering in this world.
मैं अपने गुरुदेव सावन कृपाल दे चरणों में नमस्कार करता हैं क्योंकि उन्होंने इस गरीब आत्मा के उत्ते बड़ी भारी दया की थी।
So I bow down at the feet of my beloved God Savan and Kripal because they have showered so much grace upon this poor soul.
गुरु नानक ने कहा है कि केड़े जी भागां वाले है जो दुनिया की तरफों मुंह मोड़ के परमात्मा की याद विच बैठ जाते हैं।
Guru Nanak Sahib has said that who are the most fortunate ones in this world? Only those who, turning away their faces from this world, sit in the devotion of God.
So सानू चाहिए है कि आत्मा दियां तारावां नूं सारियां नूं दोनों अखां दे दरमियान इकट्ठियां करिए, जिथे कि असीं आम तौर ते सोच विचार के टाइम ख्याल रखते हैं अखां तो उपर दोनों अखां दे दरमियान वो आ जगह हुंदी है जिथे असीं आम तौर ते दिने सोचते भी हैं। जिन्ना चिकर साडियां पूरियां आत्मा दियां तारावां इस जगह इकट्ठियां नहीं हुंदियां गईयां, बेशक शब्द साडे अंदर गूंज रहा है, तनकारां दे रहा है, लेकिन वो उपर नहीं खिंचदा गा, सानू पूरी तरह वो ऊपर नहीं खिंचदा गा।
So we should also concentrate and bring all the streams of our soul and our attention at the eye center, the very place where whenever during the day we had to do some deep thinking or like that, we put our attention at the eye center. So in the same way, we should bring all the streams of our attention or our soul at the eye center, because unless we bring our attention at the eye center and remain there with full concentration, no doubt we may be hearing the Shabad, but still if we are not concentrating enough, that Shabad will not pull us up.
जिस परमात्मा ने साडे शरीर और आत्मा की सिरजना की है वो साडे अंदर ही विराजमान है।
God Almighty who has created our body and our soul is present within us.
ਭੀਖਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਭੁੱਖਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਭ ਦੀ ਗਠੜੀ ਲਾਲ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਗੱਠ ਜੋ ਮਨ ਔਰ ਆਤਮਾ ਦੀ ਬੱਝੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਖੋਲਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣ ਦੇਗੇ। ਉਹ ਗੱਠ ਦੀ ਖੋਲਣ ਦੀ ਯੁਕਤੀ ਸੰਤਾਂ ਮਹਾਤਮਾ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ।
Bhikha Sahib has said that no one is pauper. Everyone has the precious wealth in him, but they do not know how to open their bag. So unless we know how to open that bag, which is tying our soul and mind, we cannot become wealthy. We get, or we learn this technique of opening up that bag and get that precious wealth only from the master.
ਭੀਖਾ ਭੂਖਾ ਕੋ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਭ ਦੀ ਗਠੜੀ ਲਾਲ, ਗਿਰੇ ਖੋਲ ਨਾ ਜਾਣੀ ਤਾਂਤੇ ਪਏ ਕੰਗਾਲ।
Bhikha says that, oh Bhikha, there is no one in this world who is poor. Everyone has the precious gem in his bag. Since they do not know how to open that bag, that is why they have become pauper.
ਆਤਮਾ ਔਰ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦਾ ਅਸਲਾ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਹੈ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਚਿਰ ਆਤਮਾ ਨਾਮ ਰੂਪ ਨਾਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜ ਕੇ ਨਾਮ ਰੂਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਚਿਰ ਸੱਚਾ ਸੁੱਖ ਸੱਚੀ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ।
The origin of our soul and God Almighty is the same, but unless the soul knows how to connect herself with God Almighty, she cannot get the eternal peace and happiness.
ਸੋ ਬੜਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਵੇਲਾ ਹੈ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਜਵਾਬ ਦੇ ਕੇ, ਜਵਾਬ ਇਹ ਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਘੰਟਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਭਿਆਸ ਤੇ ਲਾਉਨੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਪਿਆਰਿਆ ਹੁਣ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੂੰ ਦੁਨਿਆਵੀ ਖਿਆਲ ਅੱਗੇ ਨਾ ਲਿਆ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਠ ਕੇ ਹੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰੋ।
So it's a very good time of the morning, the ambrosial hour, and we should also sit in our meditation refusing the mind. Refusing the mind means that you should tell your mind that, dear one, now you are sitting for this 1 hour for doing this very important work of meditation, and you should not bring any worldly thoughts or any thoughts in front of us. Don't bother us with all those thoughts, because you know that whatever you want to do, you can do that only after you will get up from the meditation. So for this 1 hour, tell your mind not to bother you. So please start doing your meditation closing your eyes.
Sikh sache Guru de pyar vich pak jao Sikh sache Guru de pyar vich de davo Jod de man sada andare litar vich de dao kirpa Jod de man sada andare litar vich pak jao Sikh sache Guru de pyar 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 vich अपना कोई
मेरा
Thank you.
Thank you.
His arrival, even before that first glimpse. There came a rippling over us, as occurs with the changing of a tide, like sea water sweeping and swishing over an expanse of dry sand. And then he'd come.
इन्होंने बच्चों के लिए यहाँ पे कुछ होता है बच्चों के आने की जगह बाकी अपना बच्चों के लिए देखो बहुत
your guest room, they will stick about 12 people in a 3 rooms.
ये मेहमानों के लिए 3 कमरे 12 बंदे रह सकते हैं 4
This is the sitting area for the so we have like a living room sitting area for them.
ये मेहमानों के लिए बैठने रहेगा
This is bathroom.
Are you talking?
No, I'm just it's sort of the seminars.
Feel
The upstairs, and let's see. The upstairs is the meditation hall. We have a temporary wall because the king and Sant is not here to go there, so we have front part of the hall is the permanent meditation hall. The back part of the hall is when we have large rooms for retreats because it's still a big studio.
लगे जब यहाँ पे ऐसे आस्ते वाले लोग करते हैं सत्संग हॉल के बीचों बीच में दीवान तो जब लोग आए पिछले
बड़ी कदर करते हैं संगत का पैदा हो गया तो कोई बच्चा रहने सारा कुछ and I appreciate your compliments and all of your years from your यहाँ पे
These were all the helpers. A surprise inside. This was the teen area. They mostly did save for the teens. There's a big hay barn upstairs for activities.
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਅਨੁਸ਼ਾਸਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਦਦ ਕੀਤੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ
I'm very glad to see all the arrangements. This kept the children disciplined. And I'm thankful to all of the other devotees who helped me. बच्चे ने गार्ड बनाया।
Little girl, 8 years old.
8 साल की लड़की है।
अच्छा धन्यवाद चंगा ओके
We walk this way.
He takes the breath away with his astonishing beauty. This was a gift late in time. Each morning and evening we would gather to await Sanchi with a heightening happiness and expectancy.
Everything is hunky-dory, dory, children of the Lord. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Children of the Lord.
बहुत हाँ भाई बेशक मैंने ये लैंग्वेज थोड़े भजन की समझ नहीं होगी पर मैं थोड़े जोश की बड़ी कदर करता हाँ आशा करता हाँ कि इसी तरह का जोश भजन बोलने वेले भी भजन करने वास्ते भी सत्संग दे विच जाण वास्ते भी सत्संगी विच जोश होना चाहिए
No doubt I don't understand the language of this song which you just sang, but I can understand the spirit, the enthusiasm with which you were singing this song. This kind of enthusiasm is needed for singing the bhajans, for doing the meditation and for going to the satsang. So like every day the children should, after receiving the prasad, should come to the main satsang and sit down there quietly.
बिना शब्द उधार न होगा सब संतन यह किया बखान
शब्द तो बगैर मुक्ति नहीं नाम तो बगैर मुक्ति नहीं स्वामी जी महाराज ने क्या है कल युग में कर्म धर्म ना कोई नाम बिना उधार ना होई
Without the Shabad there is no liberation, without the Naam there is no liberation. Swamiji Maharaj has said that in the Kali Yuga one cannot get the liberation without doing the meditation of Naam. No other karma, no other rites and rituals is effective.
Years ago, Master Kirpal had said to me, "There is that of God in every person, but we are not always aware." It takes a long time to learn essentials. Friends told me of their special gifts, the ability to envision Santji's face again, a sense of connecting with him, of Simran spontaneously arising in rhythm with each step, of welcome darshan. Tells of the fragile cloth, which he likens to the soul. Caught on a bush of thorns, it cannot be lifted off quickly. It must be disentangled gently, first from one thorn and then from another.
Te amo, Sant.
Te amo, mucho.
Master's stay in Idaho was very short, and it rained about half the time, and this caused many difficulties for the dear ones staying there and also for the Sevadars. And the day of the rain, there was some problem with the heaters in the langar, and Jinnah told me they could not get them to work right, and the food was not cooking, especially the rice was not fluffing up. It was a big, huge pot of rice, and it was swimming in water. And this was minutes before it was supposed to be taken to the langar for Santji to bless it. So the Sevadar in charge, in desperation, said, there's nothing we can do, send it over. So the pot of rice with 2 or 3 inches of water on top of it was put in the truck. carried to the langar. And Sanchi came and blessed the food. And Jinnah told me that when he put his hands over the rice pot and blessed it, that the rice visibly puffed right up and the water went down. And that from that point on, the rice was perfect. And I also ate the rice that day, and there was nothing wrong with it at all.
I have found the beautiful, beloved Emperor Kirpal. Except you, I found no other support. remembrance I bore the separation. Searching for you, I left no shore unvisited. I bathed in all the places of pilgrimage and performed the austerities. I wore the colored robes, but did not find the beloved. I searched the whole world, but did not find any support. In your search, I did not leave any door unchecked. Ajaib sings your praise and meditates on the true Nam. He seeks your support and has left the whole world. I have found the beautiful beloved Emperor Kripal. Except you, I found no other support.
Suddenly saw the tops of the white meditation tent in the distance. The guard at the gate told us that Santi was just coming back from the morning meditation. When we rounded the bend, we saw the master and his party coming towards us. He was majestic and radiant. Majestic and radiant, and radiant, and radiant, and radiant.
Another special time with him occurred when he blessed the food, still sitting in a truck beside the langar, waiting in great vats, enough for 800 people. He would stand right there, just behind the containers, close his eyes, fold his hands, and for long, long moments he stood thus. Was he putting physical and spiritual healing into that food? He is so much greater than any of us can grasp, and what he does is greater than any of us can understand. But I do know that it was intense and powerful, and I do know that whatever it was for us.
ਇੱਥੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਇੱਧਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਇੱਧਰ ਇੱਧਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧੋ ਨਾ
ਫੜ ਕੇ ਵੇਲਣ ਦੇ ਕਰ ਦਾ ਬੈਂਡ ਸੀ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਨਵਾਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਕੱਢਣ ਨੂੰ ਧੂਆਂ ਭਾਈ
बहुत अच्छा है हिंदुस्तानी कम कीता
किचन है बड़ी उधर लंगर बड़ा लंगर के इंचार्ज यही हैं जी दोनों
अच्छा
देखते
थोड़े अपने उन्हें प्रसाद बनाऊंगा उसके सारा फूड वास्ते प्याज केले और सारे
सतगुरु तिना मिलाया नानक सतगुरु तिना मिलाया गुरुओं मेरा संजोग जेड़ा बिछड़िया मेरा गुरुओं मेरा संजोग जेड़ा
बाबा जी आया हमने लड्डू ये तो यहाँ आ गए यार तो हो गया
अच्छी करना भी संगत भी देखी प्रॉब्लम है
गोल्डन में लंगर शुरू कर लो, गोल्डन लंगर शुरू कर लो। अच्छा उन्होंने करता उन्होंने
हाँ भाई अपने गुरुदेव सावन कृपाल का धन्यवाद करते हैं जिन्होंने बड़ी भारी रहमत करके अपनी याद विच बैठने का मौका दिता है।
I thank our Gurudev Savan Kripal who have given us this opportunity to sit in their remembrance, showering great grace upon us.
जिस दा गुरु तो कोई फायदा होया होवे, कोई प्यार प्राप्त होया होवे, ओदा हिरदा शुकराने प्यार नाल शरदा नाल भरपूर होना चाहिए। ਉਹਨੂੰ हर जगह अपने गुरु का मान नाल नाम लेना चाहिए। गुरु के नाम नूं गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब विच छपाउणा पाप कहा गया है। ਆਮ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਾਨ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਇਮ ਰੱਖਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਛਪਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਦੱਸਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ।
The heart of the one who has been benefited by the master or who has received the love of the master should be full with the gratitude towards the master. His heart should be full with the love for the master. It is not a good thing to hide the name of one's master. In Guru Granth Sahib, it is written that to hide the name of one's master is the great sin. One should always be full of gratitude. He should always go on singing the glory of his master, because it is not considered to be a good thing if we hide the name of our master. Usually people, in order to maintain their name and fame in the world, they hide the name of their master. They do not talk about their master, which is not a good thing.
So, Amrit Vela hai. ਆਪ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਹਟਾ ਕੇ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜੋ। ਅਭਿਆਸ ਨੂੰ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਬੋਝਾ ਸਮਝ ਕੇ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ, ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ, ਅੱਖਾਂ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਅਭਿਆਸ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰੋ।
So it is the embroidery hour. All of you withdraw your attention, your thoughts from outside and connect yourself within. Do your meditation lovingly. Never understand it as a burden. So all of you please close your eyes and start doing the simran.
So, dear ones, this is the tradition of the path of love. Increase the time and your efforts in meditation. Resolve all the disputes you may have with your friends, relatives, satsangis, etc. lovingly. Abstain from criticism. Do the simran while doing seva. Dear ones, saints have risen above the mind and intellect, and whatever they say is full of their experience. Their words are full of their grace and carry the radiance of their meditation. Their words may be simple, but since they come out of a pure within, it touches our soul.
Very good.
ਹੋਰ ਬਈ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਸਤਸੰਗ ਚ ਆ ਕੇ ਦਿਲ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਭੋਲੀਆਂ ਆਤਮਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਬੜੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੇ ਭਜਨ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹੈ। ਗਰੁੱਪ ਲੀਡਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਭਜਨ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟਿਸ ਕਰਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਧੰਨਵਾਦੀ ਹੈ।
I'm very glad to come to the children's satsang every day. They are very innocent souls and I love the bhajans they sing with love. And I am grateful to all the dear ones who are making them sing the bhajans.
You do for me first, Terry, sort of start from the very beginning and tell me what this is all about, what is happening here.
This is a special retreat given by the Living Master for all of his disciples, his children, to gather, to be together with him. That's the first purpose, to be with the Master and to renew our fellowship with him, our communion with him.
Who is the Master? Where is he from?
The Master is from, his physical body is from the Thar Desert in India, Rajasthan, land of the kings it means, Rajasthan. And he's a simple farmer by occupation, and he's a living saint.
Sanchi, this is the local TV station, CKRD, from Red Deer. They wanted to see you.
रेडियो तो टीवी सीकेआरडी जी टीवी है इतने रेडियो भी जो साढ़े नाल शहर है जिथे टैग ने उतों आए ने 5 मिनट ਲਈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ
ਮਨਸਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਾ ਮੇਰੀ ਮਨਸਾ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਮਝੇ ਕਿ ਅਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਟੀਵੀ ਅੱਗੇ ਖੜਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਖੜਾ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੋਇਆ ਆਏ ਆ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਨ ਮੇਰਾ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਨਾ
Master says that I don't stand before TV. Nobody has interviewed me for TV. It is all right for them to come and see me and talk to me. So I would prefer if you don't use TV, but if you have some questions, you may ask. You may have his darshan that you will see him, and at the same time, if you have any question. But so far as TV is concerned, he says, I have not gone any time before TV, and I prefer not to. I welcome you. You may sit down, and I welcome you over here with me.
You talk to him by translator, so should we translate?
Could we do that? Could we talk to him through you, but
yes, it's
take
okay.
a picture of you though instead of him?
No, not me. Only his picture. No, not I'm nobody. I'm his sevadar. I'm his servant.
Okay.
So I'm nobody. You see, Terry's picture you can take because he's from there. If you want to, that's okay. Because Terry is in charge of this department of public relations, so his picture is fine.
Okay. Can we record just audio instead of recording pictures?
audio you may record. Interview, yes, recording. बाबा जी आगे मानते ने कि चलो ਅਸੀਂ TV ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਜਿਸ ਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ ਪਰ ਕੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਨੇ ਕੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਰਿਕਾਰਡ ਕਰ ਲਈਏ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਰੇਡੀਓ ਤੇ ਕਰ ਲਈਏ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹੋਣੀਆਂ 2-4 ਮਿੰਟ ਨੇ ਲਾਉਣੇ ਕੋਈ ਦੋ ਸਵਾਲ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੁੱਛਣੇ ਹੋਣ
ਮਨਸਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਮੈਂ ਬਾਤ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਬਤਾਤੀ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਕਰ ਲੈਣ ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ
Master said that whatever you feel like you will do it and make audio they can ask questions.
You can interview the Master if you
ask
like.
a few
It's not a video interview.
No political question, just spiritual question, religious question if you feel like. That's all.
Like some of the
for
questions.
about 3-4 minutes.
Okay.
And yes, please.
Well, some of the questions you asked Barbara and I, they're appropriate right to the Master.
Yeah.
I'll just get a shot of these flowers or something.
Yes, please. You go ahead with the questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you want to put that, Mike?
I'll just put it forward.
The first question really is, what is this week all about? What is meant to happen here this week?
ਉਹ ਪੁੱਛਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਹਫਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰਾ ਇਹ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਇਹਦਾ ਕੀ ਮੈਨਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਹਦਾ ਰਿਜ਼ਲਟ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਕਸਦ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ
ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਨਾ ਔਰ ਪ੍ਰਭੂ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਨਾ
to know oneself and to know God. This is the purpose of this. So that first we know ourselves, and then knowing our soul, ourself, then there's a potential of knowing God only then. And this is why He has come out for help.
ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇਹ ਤਦ ਹੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਦਾ ਸੁਧਾਰ ਕਰਕੇ
This we can do only if we purify ourselves, if we improve ourselves in our daily life.
ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਇੱਕ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਮਿਲਣ ਦਾ ਸਾਧਨ ਔਰ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਹੈ
There's only one God, and to know Him, there's only one path, one way to know Him.
How do you, when you have 1,000 people in front of you, how do you go about teaching that?
ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਅੱਗੇ 1000 ਬੰਦਾ ਬੈਠਾ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਸ ਇਹ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ
ਇਹ ਦੀਕਸ਼ਾ ਦੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਰੀ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ
This all instruction is given at the time of initiation, what's called baptism commonly in the religious tradition.
बाद में उसका practical कराया जाता है
After that, we give a practical demonstration to them on their own. They experience and they know what has happened is within themselves.
किसी चीज का अभ्यास करना ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁਹਾਰਤ ਪੈਦਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ
When we repeat a thing, then we begin to know about thing more closely.
What draws people to this? Why are there so many people who are wanting to be involved in this?
ਕਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਖਿੱਚ ਕੇ ਲਿਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਇੰਨੇ ਲੋਕ ਆਏ ਨੇ ਕਿਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆਏ
ਆਤਮਾ ਖਿੱਚ ਕੇ
It is our soul which pulls us.
ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਆਤਮਾ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੀ ਅੰਸ਼ ਹੈ
Our soul is of the same essence of God. And
ਜਿੱਥੇ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੇ ਮਿਲਣ ਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੀ ਚਰਚਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਆਤਮਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ
where there is potential of meeting God, the soul is naturally drawn to it.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
बहुत ज़्यादा थोड़ा शुक्रिया.
माफ करना मैं राजनीति ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ था
I apologize. I'm not in any kind of politics. This is why you see. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
I appreciate your feelings and love in the situation. You may have the sword from it.
Blessed, blessed.
Blessed, blessed. Yes. You go. He has.
Thank you.
Please take it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shukriya, shukriya Santi.
But our top story this evening, a retreat in Rimby. For the past few days, hundreds of people have converged on the tiny town of Rimby, waiting to meet a special guest. As Terry Nelson reports, those whose cars dot the field around the town have gathered to meet a man some consider to be a living saint.
All right. All right.
It sounds much like a 60s revival. It looks much like a 60s revival. But this is much, much more. The makeshift parking lot is packed. People from all over Canada and the United States have driven here. People from Italy, South Africa, and Mexico have flown here, and all for the same reason.
To be with the Master and to renew our fellowship with Him.
It's not a religion. In fact, followers don't even refer to it as a movement. It's considered to be a path to spiritual improvement through meditation and the teachings of Sant Ajaib, Singh. More than 1,000 followers have gathered on the farm near Rimby, all waiting to hear Sant Ji speak and, if possible, meet with him privately. Sant Ji won't appear on camera himself, but he did explain his philosophies through an interpreter.
To know oneself and to know God. This is the purpose of this. So that first we know ourselves, and then knowing our soul, ourselves, then there's a potential of knowing God only then. And this is why he has come out for help.
The Sant Mat teachings have been around for centuries. This group of seekers is definitely not the first. But a first for Central Alberta it is. A kitchen in preparation for a 1,000-person meal, hillsides scattered with sleeping tents, and daily meditation is not the usual Rimby scenery. But for those on retreat, the usual is not why they came.
When I was 30, I found him. I learned of him, and I read writings of him and of his teacher, and I knew that that was for me.
These 5 days for me are like a real vacation, because I am able to go to a place and do the real work that I like to do, which is my meditations, in a setting that's surrounded by dear brothers and sisters who are also doing the same thing.
This path teaches that if you want to grow spiritually, you have to learn about it while you're living in the body. And it teaches that whatever you learn here, you take with you.
Sanji, 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 jubilosos te esperamos. Dataji que te guió, Puritama que te guió, Dataji que te guió, Puritama que te guió, हाथी अपनी बाग सजा के आपे टूए बूटे लाके निसी चढ़ जना सानू मारिया वे निसी चढ़ जना सानू मारिया que te guió Dataji que te guió Puritama que te guió Pata je honda nalahi jande kanu ede dukh de utande chiralona sirakvaliya chiralona sirakvaliya que te guió.
So white, so shining, his white turban, his white beard, his beautiful folded hands, and he so gracious, so graceful, his coming a wonder-filled gift.
Onda dole jagda beda banne lave horana kheda tere bajo ko
Where have you gone? Oh beloved, where have you gone? Oh gardener, after decorating this garden with your own hands and planting these saplings, you should not have left us. Oh protector, had we known you would take so much time, we would have gone with you. Why would we endure so much pain? Now the ship of the world is wavering. Who can take it across to the other shore except you, the giver of happiness?
And he said that he appreciated the thanks, and that this time on this tour, that the Sangha as a whole had been more receptive than ever before, and had given more love and had been able to receive more love than ever before, and that he appreciated this very much, and it made him very happy.
Hearing the plea of Ajaib, come and remove the pain of the suffering ones. O owner of the Sangat, make us have the beautiful darshan. I think I have never seen the Master so powerful and so majestic, so much in the spirit and power of Kripal as on this tour.